champion Israel Adesanya. Welcome, the personification of Polish power, Jan Blachowicz!
What's up, Abu Dhabi? How are you guys? Thanks for coming out today. We appreciate it. It's good to be back on Fight Island, Abu Dhabi. Who's got the first question?
Just down here. Jan, for the champion, I'm curious, you've been around this sport for a long time, you've been through a lot of things. When you look at Glover Teixeira, what does he have in terms of skill that your previous opponents did not?
We will see on Saturday. I've got everything to stop him. This is the most important.
When you look at the fight, how do you see it playing out? How do you see his strengths going up against your strengths? And where do you think you'll find the most success?
You know, every fight started in stand-up. So we started in stand-up. I think that he tried. You know, he used his boxing skills to push me to the cage and try to take me down. But I want to keep fighting stand-up. It's not a secret. But I'm already also for ground game.
Glover, I mean, I'm sure you're not going to give away your game plan here today, but is that right? Are you going to try and get him against the cage and get him down and make this a ground fight?
Oh, I'll get him down. Either with my left hand or my takedowns, I'll get him down.
Jan, do you think he can?
No, he not.
He disagrees, Glover. Glover, when you look at Jan, what do you think makes him a good champion for this division?
He's a fighter, man. He's a determination. He's a good fighter. He come out and fight, great fighter. And, it's an honor to be fighting him. And I'm here. I'm ready to go. This is my time.
Thanks, guys. For Islam, the crowd here gave you a great reception. It seems like you're you're something of a hometown hero here. When you think about Abu Dhabi, do you believe this is a place that you can fight often in and make it your own and make this region your region?
I think Abu Dhabi is my place. Give some noise, please, guys. Because a lot of people can travel from my country, from my republic. That's why I have big support here.
Yeah, thank you. For Dan, you tweeted a while ago, burn the boats. When you hear the reaction for Islam, do you treat this as you're going into enemy territory, you're fighting against the hometown hero, and you're here to spoil the party? Is that everything that you're thinking in this fight?
100%. Like, there's, you got to be ready for everything in this game. Like, I've main evented in my hometown in a sold-out arena. Like, that's a different kind of pressure. Now it's, you're coming over by yourself, and it's an enemy territory. So I'm not. I'm sure there'll be people out here supporting me, but it's his. Here we go. Here we go. There's people supporting. But I feel like I come in here on a bit of a raid.
Do you think this fight is sort of cementing you in the eyes of the fans as the new Cerrone, the anytime, anywhere guy?
Man, I'm just being myself. People can take it however they want to take it. I'm sure everything goes well in this fight. There's a couple more lightweight fights before the end of the year that I'll put my hand up for.
Thank you. For Dana, we've got a real international flavor to this card. There's one American apart from yourself on the stage. Is this card showing the strength of the UFC abroad, internationally?
Yeah, I mean, as the sport continues to grow every year, I mean, we have fighters from everywhere. And, yeah.
You spoke about your relationship with Abu Dhabi and you're having meetings, trying to improve on it. But now you're here, now you're back. Just how important is this relationship to you and the UFC?
Very important. No, Abu Dhabi has been instrumental in a lot of the things that we've done over the last 10, 12 years. And like I said, hopefully when this week is over, it's going to be a lot more instrumental, and I can finally tell you guys all the things that we've been working on over here. But yeah, we're planning on doing massive, massive things in this country. So I'm looking forward to it.
When you look at this main event, and I mean, we see young, hungry guys all the time, but is it cool to have a main event, a title fight between two guys who've been around, who've been knocked down, and have fought their way back to the top?
Yeah, no, this is an amazing main event. I love the storyline with this event. Both these guys are tough as nails. Both of these guys want to win this belt, so I love it, yeah.
Last thing from me, Hasbulla is in town. I think everyone's curious. You're meeting up with him. Could he step in the octagon? Could we see Hasbulla fight in the UFC?
Yeah, we have a meeting this week too. That's one of my other big meetings I have this week. So I don't know if he'll fight in the UFC, but he's definitely going to do something with us.
Awesome, thank you.
Question for the champion, Piotr, right here. Corey Sandhagen's obviously known for a lot of his highlight reel knockouts. A lot of fans think he has a very unorthodox style with his striking. You come from a boxing background. When you're watching his fights, is it unorthodox, or do you see some of the method to his madness in the octagon?
Петр, вопрос к тебе. У Кори достаточно необычный стиль, много досрочных побед, достаточно нестандартные передвижения. Ты, как человек, который пришел из бокса, как ты оцениваешь ее стиль? Что ты можешь сказать об этом?
Ну, я вижу, что он делает очень много лишних движений, и я вижу, где я смогу его поймать.
I see he do a lot of unnecessary movements, and I see where I can catch him.
What do you have that Corey Sandhagen's previous opponents don't have in terms of your own striking?
Что в твоем ударном стиле есть, то, чего нету у него и у других бойцов в этом дивизионе?
Я думаю, что все увидим в субботу. То, что я являюсь чемпионом, я докажу это.
I think we'll see this Saturday night. The things that I'm the champion, I will prove it.
Similar questions for Corey. A lot of Jan's fights ends where he's putting a lot of damage on them and then they succumb to his power. When you're watching his fights, is it just the pure power? Is it the culmination of the beatdowns? Is it the technical abilities? Where does his striking shine the most in your eyes?
I think he does a really good job defending himself, and I definitely think that he's a very powerful offensive threat. But yeah, man, he wears on people. You know, that's kind of his MO on people when he fights them, and you know, we're prepared for that.
And similar question to him. How does your striking compare to him when you're actually getting in there? What do you have that his previous opponents don't have?
I think me and him are probably, you know, at the top of the list, and as far as UFC guys goes for striking. We just do it completely differently, and I think that that's what makes this fight so exciting. And you know, I'm really pumped that everyone else is really excited about it too. And you know, we'll see whose style reigns supreme.
Any questions for Hamzat? Right here. Big reception for you when you walked in. This is going to technically be your first UFC fight with fans. I know at Media Day you said it didn't really matter to you, but now that you're hearing the fans behind us, does it mean anything's more special now that the fans are finally here seeing you?
I love that, bro. Love that. I smash somebody for them.
And then at Media Day, you said that your plan was to eat your opponent up and take his head.
It's still now.
He seemed very excited. He said, it's the leech versus the wolf. Let's see who eats who. What is your response to that?
I'm gonna eat him.
Lee, question. You obviously been in the UFC for a very long time. Hamzat is surging right now. As the promo said, you have a lot of knockout wins in your previous few fights. So what do you have that Hamzat, previous opponents, doesn't have inside the octagon?
你在 UFC 有很多的战斗经验，你有很多 KO， 在技术上，你认为有什么东西是对手没有，但是你有的？
哎，当然有很多了。打那么多年的比赛 ，UFC 的比赛，以前是以前，现在是现在。当然了，能和TheMacLife这么优秀的人能这场比赛，想必能坐在这里，都不可小视，对吧？3场比赛就让大拿，就让 UFC 更多的粉丝去认可，我觉得做得很棒。Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The past was the past. Right now is right now. And TheMacLife only did 3 fights in UFC, and he gathers all the attentions. And he's good, and competing with him means that I'm good enough to stand him in the octagon.
优秀的选手都有优秀的对手，这样才能带来精彩的比赛，观众才愿意看，不是吗 ，fans 们？
The best competition will be between 2 good fighters, and that's what the fans want, right?
哎，TheMacLife，狼人大家都知道，我 leech 吸血魔，对吧？要么打狼，要么喂狼。我宁愿做他的铺路石，他有这个能力，可以踩着我上，公认的没问题。但是我的拳头不好意思，不是那么容易过去的。OK？
Yeah, we know him is the wolf and I'm the leech. So if he can climb up and use me as a milestone, it's okay. But I'm not a soft one.
哎，我知道你很 hungry，不好意思，我也很饿。我不但饿，我还想喝点血。Yeah.
I know you're hungry and me is the same, but I'm more than that. I'm thirsty. I want to
I
drink
think
some
you
blood.
translate wrong, brother. He say he gonna eat me up.
Question for Dana, right here. How good is it to have Hamza back? I know there was a lot of people were scared about his health, but in general, as a promoter, is it good to have him back here, specifically in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I love guys that, it's no secret. I love guys that like to fight all the time. He was like one of the first guys to come in and do what he did. And, yeah, he's fun. And this card is a fun card. And when you look at all the potential great fights on this card, and you look at that fight, ridiculous.
And then finally, a lot of people, fans specifically, think the co-main event should determine the undisputed bantamweight champion. I know Aljamain is hurt right now. Is it unfair to Aljamain that fans are saying that? Because a lot of people think Jan was on his way to victory, and a lot of fans think Corey had beaten Dillashaw, so this fight would be for a title anyway. So is it unfair to the current champion?
I don't think it's unfair at all. I mean, these two are going to fight for the interim title. Whoever wins will fight Aljamain when he's ready to go.
Quick one for Piotr. I couldn't help but notice during your workout, your open workout yesterday, that you practiced a knee strike while your coach had his knee on the canvas. Whose idea was to do that, and were you trying to send any message there by doing that the open workout?
Петр, вчера он заметил, что во время открытой тренировки ты практиковал ударом коленом, когда твой тренер был в партере. Чья это была идея и почему ты это сделал?
Этот удар всегда со мной теперь.
This strike is always with me now.
What do you say? What do you say?
This strike is gonna always be with me for now.
Okay. For Alexander Volkov, you're coming off of a run where you've fought a lot of strikers, Gane, Alistair. What is the difference in camp? Is there a difference in camp a difference in focus when you're taking on a guy who's obviously got good striking, but it's not, particularly as much as the other guys use it that you've been fighting?
Thank you for question. Yes, last few times I fight a lot with strikers, but in the past I fought a lot with wrestle guys, with the grappler guys, so it's a lot of people I won before with the same style, but it's good to say that Macho, one of the best wrestlers in our division, he one of the best fighter in Europe, and I'm glad to fight with him this week.
And do you mind giving me your little opinion on Gane? Obviously, he's going to be fighting for a championship now. Well, he is an interim title. After having spent 5 rounds with him, do you like him in that fight? Do you think he's a future champ of this division?
Gane is a really good and talented fighter. He's a good striker, but it will be really interesting how he'll fight with Gane. And of course, I hope one time I will fight with him again, and maybe I could do better next time.
And then for Mr. Tabura, you obviously just heard him talk about your wrestling. Is that something that you're looking to test early in this fight? See if his wrestling can hold up?
Well, I'm not going to say all my secrets for a game plan, but I think Alexander is a well-rounded guy. He gained some weight. He may be playing some wrestling or grappling. We don't know. I just want to give an excited fight, and with this fellow, I think we'll bring it.
You've been fighting for a while. You're on a very, very nice run here. Do you feel that? I mean, do you feel more confident going into a fight week just with the momentum that you have building? Is that something tangible that you can feel?
The win streak gives you confidence for sure. But it looks nice, but I want it to look great, So that gives me a confidence, and I will do it.
And then a question for Volkan. Welcome back. After a little bit of a layoff, can you just talk about sort of what's been going on with you over the last year and your recovering from an injury and then trying to get a fight booked?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy to be here in Abu Dhabi, of course. It's been great. It's been more than a year now I haven't fought. I had to take care of some injury and, work my way up to the cage. Now that UFC is back to Abu Dhabi, I've been willing to fight here for the longest of time. Last time, that I fought here, it wasn't the best day for me, but this time I'm ready to make it my best.
And you've obviously fought, you know, the top names in this division. You fought for a championship. This guy has a little bit of hype behind him. You know, he's on a nice run. Do you kind of relish that? Was it easy to get up for this type of challenge? And what do you think of the hype that's sort of building behind this guy?
I mean, that's actually something I'm always looking for. I'm always looking to fight the biggest guy, the strongest guy. This is what's excited me, you know. I'm not here to fight people on the losing streak or something like that. I want to fight the top, the best, beat them, and then get my spot on top.
And Magomed, similar question for you. Was this an easy fight to get up for? You're facing a guy who has fought for a UFC championship. Do you look at this as maybe you're kind of stepping up of a tier here in competition?
Магомед, вопрос к тебе. Такой соперник, как Волкан, мотивирует ли тебя, так как он дрался за пояс в прошлом, и считаешь ли ты, что это будет твоим следующим шагом к титульному бою?
Да, это будет для меня очень хороший. Мы двигаемся вперед. Он дрался за титул. Это для меня большая мотивация, что он дрался за титул. Чемпион сидит впереди. Но я думаю, они понимают, что я дышу им затылок.
Yes, this is a very good fight for me. Volkan fought for the belt before, and it's a big motivation for me. And champion sitting in front of me, but they don't understand that I'm breathing right behind him, just coming for him.
And then Dana, quick one for you. I know you've talked about this, but you know, now that the card's really coming up here shortly, just the decision to put this on the U.S. on ESPN Plus, you know, for free, is that title fights, you know, not behind a paywall, kind of what went behind that decision, and what by doing so, what do you think it accomplishes here?
Well, I think it just played out that way with our scheduling, and you know, to be able to have this fight for free in the United States is huge. So yeah, we're excited about it.
Yeah, and it's got to do something, I think, for some of the guys on the card too, right? I mean, just getting them exposure and kind of building their platform by putting it on free TV.
Listen, anytime you can put a pay-per-view quality card on for free, it's never a bad thing. So yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Hey there. First question for Lee. Of course, Khamzat Chimaev, big hype train behind him. The betting odds are in his favor. How much are you looking forward to upsetting the odds?
你的对手首先他非常火，其次他在赔率上也占优势，对此你怎么看？
火归火，实力归实力，这是两码事儿，大家一定分清啊，不要被这个颠倒了。我的赔率一直很低，我知道没有关系，这不是一次两次了，对吧？博彩公司上一次不就是翻船了吗？是吧 ？OK， 啊。
Yes, the hype is hype, and ability is ability. The last time, I have always been the underdog, and the last time, the hype train was derailed.
And for Khamzat, of course, welcome back. It's great to see you back in the octagon. When you spoke to us at BT Sport, you said that you named certain individuals who aren't gangsters, are fake, and yet you eat the gangsters. So who are your gangsters of the UFC?
What was the question? I didn't understand.
Who are your true gangsters of UFC?
I'm a real gangster, you see me? When I interrupt you, wait, I'm backstage. I'm coming for you too, bro. No, I'm joking.
True gangster words. Uncle Dana, of course, business is looking great. This event, 267, 268, how proud are you of the work that's gone into these cards that are coming up?
What's the question?
How proud are you of the hard work that's gone into the work that's gone into the cards this weekend, next weekend? Business is booming.
Listen, if you're a UFC fan, these next 2 weeks are unbelievable. Like we were just saying, this card is a pay-per-view card that isn't actually a pay-per-view, and next week in Madison Square Garden, that card is ridiculous too. So back-to-back badass fights. It's a fun time to be a UFC fan.
And of course, well, Abu Dhabi is pretty nice as a Brit, but over the UK, I think we're ready for an event.
Yeah. I don't disagree. There's a lot of places that are ready for events right now. It's just going to be who can we actually get it done with, with all the craziness that's going on right now. I mean, Abu Dhabi is a place where we were doing it when nobody could do anything anywhere. So, this is obviously a no-brainer. But as soon as, believe me, I'll tell you this, as soon as it's able to be done, we will be the first ones to do it.
And Dan Hooker, you're matched up against a formidable opponent. Great groundwork, loyal following, a couple of secret weapons up his sleeve. So when are you going to face off against Hasbulla?
See how far I can punt on me? Nah. It's pretty funny. I think I got more reactions back home from him calling me out than anything else in my career. So it's that everyone's like, man, you really are famous now. You got Hasbulla shouting you out. So it's nothing but respect.
Yeah, watch out for the smash. And for Islam, of course, everyone looks relaxed in the camp. Of course, Khabib's here. You got Hasbulla, your great friend, coming down, your neighbor. How much are you looking forward to this weekend?
I don't know. I have to show my best. I have to show best performance because I'm very close to the title. That's why I have to show best performance.
Thank you. And Corey, of course, the fast turnaround. So how are you feeling going into this?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I was, more than excited to get the title shot. I think, the universe kind of situated itself out after that last one.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello, I have a question for Glover and for Jan. Jan, when you announced this fight, you post a graphic with text, I will quote it, "Time to show these kids how men fight." Why you choose to announce this fight this way? And to Glover, what do you think about it? Do you like the way that Jan announced the fight?
You got me on that one. What's
I
your
didn't
question?
know.
Do you know the question, Lene?
For who was question?
For Jan and for Glover. So, should I repeat it? Okay. Jan and Glover. So, the question is, when you announced the fight, Jan, you posted a graphic with a text, "Let's show these kids how men fight." Why do you choose to announce it that way? And to Glover, do you like the way that Jan announced it?
You need to watch this fight and you will know it. Why? It's a simple answer.
Yes, man, we're going to show those kids how to fight, how to finish fight and how to go at it, I'm pretty proud. I have the record, the most finish in the light heavyweight division, and I'm going for another one. Make that record a little harder.
Okay. Another question for Jan. Jan, we know that you are the only one who possesses the legendary Polish power, but UFC lately used this term Polish power to all Polish fighters. Also fans already use it to all Polish fighters. Are you proud that you basically made a trademark for whole nation, for every fighter from Poland?
Yeah, I am proud. There can be, I'm representing true legendary Polish power. They have to deserve for that, and maybe in future someone, take it. But now it's only one legendary Polish power, and Polish power.
Okay, the next question for Marcin Tybura. Marcin, you have 5 wins in a row. It's a huge, impressive streak. Also 2 finishes in the last fights. Do you think that a spectacular win against Alexander Volkov can earn you the #1 spot in the heavyweight division, #1 contender spot?
Yeah, probably do. But right now is a big job to do it. So it's not gonna be easy. But I will try as hard as possible.
Thank you.
Question for Glover from Brazil. Happy birthday, parabéns, feliz aniversário. Você está fazendo 42 anos hoje. Queria que você falasse um pouco para a gente como é que foi esse aniversário, mandasse um recado para todo mundo que está assistindo agora no Brasil. I just asked him to say how was his birthday, how he spent his birthday today. He's becoming 42 years old, and if he could send a message to Brazil.
Thank you. Birthday is amazing. Thank you, guys. This is amazing time, I'm just enjoying. I enjoy everything about the fight game. I enjoy the cutting weight, everything right now, because this is a big part of the game. And after tomorrow, Saturday night, I'll be getting my present, Jan say he got a present for me. I don't know. He keeps saying there. He keeps saying the present. It's making me curious, man. What the hell you
got
got
the
in there
present for
me?
you, but sorry,
Is that belt?
it's not a belt. It's not a belt. But you like it. For sure you're gonna like it.
Mas então, quero mandar esse abraço para a galera do Brasil e vamos assistir aí que daqui a pouco o novo campeão vai chegar.
Go ahead, sir.
Hello. So first question is to Dana. Last year, thanks to Abu Dhabi, thanks to Fight Island, you could make it happen to have these fights and these events. And I wonder now, when you have your know-how as a UFC, how much easier is it to hold these events, or maybe more difficult because we have fans in the attendance?
What's the question, Lene?
Okay, can I repeat it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear well, and when you have an accent,
no problem.
It really gets me.
So during this last year, when you started Fight Island, UFC has know-how how to hold these events. So I wonder how much easier is it to you compared to last year?
Oh, I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah. It's the same for us. It's a lot easier for the people of Abu Dhabi now than it was back then. I would imagine putting on events. These guys had to leave their families, for weeks, months, and to create a true bubble. We had really the only real bubble that existed in sports at that time. So yeah, I mean, it's much easier on the people here on the ground now than it was before. We were very lucky. We got to fly here and get out and do what we always do. It's good to have the fans back and have some type of normalcy again. But and not to mention the fact that Abu Dhabi was light years ahead of everybody else when it came to dealing with COVID. So, yeah.
Okay. And you said that Abu Dhabi in few years will be just like Vegas for combat sports. So I wonder, how much do you want to cooperate with Abu Dhabi, and how many events a year do you want to hold here?
That's all stuff that I can't wait to tell you guys, hopefully at the next press conference after this fight on Saturday. But yeah, we have major, massive plans here in Abu Dhabi. And yes, I keep calling this place the fight capital of the world. Wait and see.
Okay. And the last one from me will be this Saturday, Joe Martinez will be ring announcer, not Bruce Buffer. So I wonder, is it last-minute replacement, or was it planned before?
Buffer got COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Buffer got COVID, so yeah, he didn't want to make this trip. He's home relaxing and getting, recovering from COVID.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Добрый вечер. У меня два вопроса. Один Петру Яну, другой Дане. Начнем с Петра. Петр, вчера вы устроили сибирский перформанс на открытой тренировке. Мы уже поняли, что удар коленом – это отсылка к прошлому бою. А вот подушки, которые вы бросали в зрительный зал, это намек на следующий поединок? Вы мягко стелите Кори и хотите отправить его спать, завершить досрочно?
So question for Peter. Yesterday you had an amazing performance on open workouts. The knees that you were throwing, it was a thing of the past, but what about the pillows you throw into the crowd? Is it pillows for Corey this weekend?
Подушки это были для зрителей, но, конечно же, я хочу отправить его спать. Это, несомненно, это...
Pillows were gifts for the fans, but of course I want to put him to sleep too.
Спасибо. Вопрос Дани. Позади вас так много бойцов из России в списке главных поединков, только в одном бою нет бойца из России. Скажите, что нового привносят российские бойцы в UFC и как они меняют шоу?
Dana, behind you there's many fighters from Russia, and on the main card only one fight doesn't have a Russian fighter. And what can you tell, what Russian fighters brings to the show, and what does they mean for the organization?
What
does Russian fighters bring to the show? Yeah.
You know what I love about an event like this? Not just Russia, but we have the baddest human beings from all over the world come together to fight to see who the best in the world is. This has truly become a global sport. We have the best from everywhere facing off to find out who is the best literally in the world. not the United States, not Brazil, not here, the world.
Неужели в бойцах из России нет чего-то особенного?
Is there anything special in Russian fighters that you can point out?
I think there's something special about everybody from everywhere. Does this guy even understand what I'm saying when I say it? I think that's one of the coolest things about this sport is that you have people from everywhere. Truly, the toughest guys in the world from every part of the world. And they come, and here we happen to be in Abu Dhabi, and Saturday night we're going to find out, you know, is it Russia? Is it Brazil? Is it Poland? Is it, you know, it does not get any cooler than this.
Спасибо.
Thank you. Is that it? Is that the last question?
To you, happy birthday to you.
Thank you guys. Thanks for your support. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm going to square these guys off right now for photo op.